If this really happened to you, how would it change you mentally, physically, emotionally, in all ways?
Hola mi gente from Entertainment Affair, I'm Raffael Alejandro. As always, I'm here with the amazing producer of The Strangers, Chapter 1, 2, and 3 as well. How are you, Courtney?
I'm good. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
You have been producing for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose The Strangers, Chapter 1, 2, and 3 to produce it?
Well, actually, it was brought to me by a friend who's like sort of what we call like a financial producer who I work with, and he had managed to get the rights to it. I don't know whatever happened, and so he came to me, he's like, okay, I got the rights and I want to make this, and these movies did great, but I don't know anything about making horror movies, but you know a lot about making horror movies and we love working together, so let's make this movie. So when he brought it to me, then I was like, I really have to think about this because I really love the original Strangers and it's beloved in the horror community. So we just have to think about like, what are we going to do with this? Like, what story are we going to tell? You know, how are we going to pay tribute to the original? You know, and how are we going to go somewhere else, which is going to like really make fans excited and really like, you know, glad that we did this. Because like, you know, you can make certain movies and then they're your own, but on something like this, there's a beloved fan base for it, and you really have to be, you know, cognizant and caring of that, you know, and decide what you're going to do. I think the approach we took, we stuck very much in the milieu of what the original was as far as tone and realism and terror is concerned, and that's what got me in the original, was this can actually happen to you. It's like truly terrifying. Lots of different types of horror movies, but the stuff that can really happen to us, that's the scariest, you know. And I don't call it scary, I call it terrifying. If this really happened to you, how would it change you mentally, physically, emotionally, in all ways? So we don't gloss over anything. We just brutally show you that horror too, and that's the true horror of it, right? In a horror milieu, with all the scares and everything else happening, you know, and we also don't show you everything in these movies. We leave a bunch of stuff to your imagination because that's very much in the vein of the original. And where it all ends, I mean, I think everybody will be super satisfied with that and go, oh shit. But at the same time, you're also left with interesting questions like the original left you with to wonder about for the next sort of chapter of The Strangers.
And I have to ask you, what can we expect about Chapter 2 and 3?
When? Hopefully sooner than later. I mean, the studio knows we want it, the fans want it, everyone wants it, they want it. We said when we made it, look, we would love, these are theatrical movies because the experience is so different if you watch it on your computer or something like that. You miss like an event movie, you know, the theater ramming in the sounds and everything else, right? It's really carefully done, but it'll be very quick, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you know, the studio decides, there's a bunch of factors that go in that, but it won't be a long time, won't be years or anything like that.
Just a quick question. How was like working with Rennie directing this movie?
Fun. I mean, you know, he's actually like, you know, he's intense. I mean, I'm intense and Mads is intense, and it was the three of us sort of like doing all of this, and it was good. He's an amazing shooter, you know, we're good on story and character, you know, and so the combination of all of us really sort of gave you what you saw. So it was great. I think it was a mutually gratifying experience.
It was amazing, the movie. So I can't wait to see the other ones.
I hope you're a critic.
Thank you.
They're never as nice.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
And see you soon.
Okay, take care.